The ball is thrown in and it's first to break onto is Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly, but it's Milan from Cork breaking through. But now we're on an attack and young JD, last week's star, is breaking to the right down under the old stand. JD is after going around the man, he's offloading, but it's been intercepted by the Glen Rovers fullback, David Dooling. Being cleared upfield and it's caught one in the air by number 12. Number 12 is David Cunningham. The ball has gone in onto the danger man. Pat Horgan, number 11, is on Paddy Stapleton. Pat Horgan's stuck left side, but it's gone wide. Great defence by Paddy Stapleton. And we're all well aware of Patrick Horgan, Hoggy, as they call him. Come on, Hoggy boy, as they say. Many a time I've heard it over the years. Paddy Stapleton will have a tough job, but no bother, no problem to Paddy. Puck out by Sticks McCormack James. Ball dropping well down on our own half-forward line under his big Conor Kenny at speed, and Conor breaks onto the ball, strikes from his right hand side, and the first point of the day goes to Conor Kenny. A great score by Conor Kenny to a tremendous roar by the Boris-Ileigh crowd. First point by Conor Kenny from play right out here on big Robert Downey, who we got to know. We put him twice this year on the under-20 campaign. Puck out by the Glen Rovers goalie Cathal Hickey. This famed Glen Rovers players give us many a player down through the year of star quality. Ball dropping on our own half-back line is the great Brendan Maher. Bats it down again once more. And as Conor Kenny picks it up on his left side, down the centre of the field, breaking in towards his big brother. Niall is breaking inside, but the number 4 for the Glen, Cathal Healy, is breaking on, but being hurried all the way by Kevin Maher, and Kevin Maher forced him into a sideline, and tremendous pressure applied by Kevin Maher of Knockanure. And we have Jerry Kelly on the sideline, under the new stand, near the corner, Killiney end, on his own 21, near enough to 21 line. As we know that Jerry is quite a specialist at these sidelines. He's taking a shot because Conor Kenny, the moose, is after breaking loose, and he ran towards him. Conor has the ball. Conor is turning to his favourite right side, and he pucks it once more, and 2 points for Conor Kenny. And what an impressive start by Boris-Ileigh and that great striker of a Conor Kenny. Conor Kenny's form this year has been quite sublime. This match has been refereed by Tommy Walsh of Waterford, who refereed this year's, probably the match of the year, the under-20 Munster final, Tip versus Cork, here in this famous stadium. Now, puck out once more to be taken by Cathal Hickey of the Glen. The Glen gave us tremendous players of iconic stature, no more so than the great and late Jack Lynch, the Taoiseach, and what about the legendary, the late Christy Ring. Puck out, been taken by Cathal Hickey. This time he's aiming towards the right wing under the new stand, and is falling in the path of Ray McCormack. Ray McCormack coming up the sideline, and Jerry Kelly is there fighting tooth and nail with the ball is breaking inside, but it's flicked out by the drifter, or by Dan McCormack. Dan McCormack breaking on, and it's Kieran Maher. Kieran Maher following his man Brian Milan, and it went out over the sideline. Probably has to be relation. There was a Pat Milan hurled with Cork on the Cork team of the 3 in a row, 77 to 78, 79, that era. Okay, sideline ball just in the centre of the field, near the VIP section of the newsstand, being taken by Sean McCormack. No, Jerry Kelly, sorry, both of my red helmets. Jerry Kelly, my apologies. Ball breaking on the field, and it's Brendan Maher. Brendan Maher out near the side, and he flicks it one hand, lovely up to Conor Kenny, and Conor Kenny out near the sideline under the old stand, and he flicks again, and Conor Kenny is after getting 3 points. Conor Kenny, you are playing superb here today in the early stages. Many minutes has gone, 3.3 minutes, and Conor Kenny has 3 points got from play, and he's on a well-known figure in Robert Downey, but Conor is having the better of all the early proceedings. Okay, puck out by Cathal Hickey in the Glen Rovers goals. Fahan Adlown, the Glen. Down the middle, this time hits a short place to Robert Downey, number 5. Robert Downey, he picks up the ball, but being harried by Kevin Maher. Kevin Maher flicks it out to Conor Kenny. Conor Kenny on near the side end, being harried all the way, but the ball is broken inside, and it's Brendan Maher, and brilliance by Brendan Maher. He flicks the ball up, and his colleague in Sean McCormack, and Sean is heading out. The ball is breaking to the corner, and it's Foxy Burke, number 2. Foxy Burke flicks away a would-be tackle, and it's Foxy out to Seamus Burke, and it's out to Sean McCormack, and once more it's the brilliant Brendan Maher. Brendan Maher offloads lovely to Tommy Ryan Foot, and Tommy Ryan Foot picks out Kieran Maher. Kieran Maher at the moment is playing at half forward, but he probably will. We'll see. He probably will go back as the thing goes on. Okay, back to Kieran Maher again. Pucks it up the sideline towards Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly, hard luck Jerry, nearly had it controlled. Very good Borris in the early stages. And Boris-Ileigh had tremendous celebrations for a couple of days, but why wouldn't you after you waiting 33 years? The whole parish united like never before. The scenes around Bridal Joy were something we'll never forget. Anyway, back with the play. Robert Downey, the Cork halfback, number 5, a giant of a man. takes the sideline, down the field towards Sean McCormack. And Dan on number 12, and they're two physical men. Number 12 is David Cunningham. Sideline ball to be taken by number 8 for the Glen, which is Donal Cronin. Donal Cronin, Kittoag style hurler. Kittoag style hurler out in the middle of the field, pucks a long sideline ball over to the far side. But it's the great Paddy Saint. And Paddy Saint clears out the ball and drives up the field, and it's towards big long Niall Kenny, and he catches the ball and turns his full back. Niall is after slipping, and he unleashes young JD, and the crowd are getting excited at the sight of JD, and here goes JD, call him what you will. Oh, what a great score. Nearly a great score to save by the goalie. JD has the speed, has the potential. Back with the play. Ball dropping on between Sean McCormack and his man, and Sean Batts, and it's Foxy in the corner. And it's Sean McCormack who had a stalwart of a game last Sunday. Back to Brendan Maher, the ever reliable Brendan. He clears his lines lovely towards JD again. JD is out on the wing, one hand, just picks the ball. Now he turns, steadies himself, takes his time, and he strikes a long ball aiming for a long score. But this time it goes wide. I'm sure Glen Rovers are well aware of JD and his exploits last Sunday. Now the goalie is back with the play and takes a left-sided puck out this time, and dropping towards Brendan Maher, and his man Brendan bats brilliantly out of the sky and breaks a long ball to Jerry Kelly. Jerry out in his own half-forward line, and Jerry strikes it over the bar. Great score. Jerry Kelly and the Borris crowd are driving their team on, and why wouldn't we? And brilliant defence by Brendan Maher. And on to Jerry Kelly, and the score reads 4 points to nothing, and 6 minutes 40 seconds gone. Puck out, Cathal Hickey. Cathal Hickey's studying his options. He's looking around to see if there's someone breaking. Long puck out. This time Eamon is dropping towards Tommy Ryan Foot. Tommy Ryan Foot bats the ball, and it's Conor Kenny breaking onto it, but it's Robert Downey has the ball up. Robert Downey was getting a shoulder there for Sean McCormack. Gone down the field between Seamus Foxy Burke. Seamus will glue there all day, and Seamus brings out the ball. Seamus is a nice cool young man and looks up, and there's the ball. Of course he comes from tremendous pedigree. His late great uncles won 2 All-Irelands with Tipperary, representing Thurles Blues, and it's Kevin Maher breaking forward, but the ball is blocked down. Number 10 for the Glen, and being chased by Ray McCormack. Number 10 for the Glen is Dean Brennan out to the sideline. Number 8 Brawl breaks in field, and number 9 and Cork lads are starting to throw the ball around. Aidan O'Donovan looks in to see what's in. He passes the ball short, but out comes Dan McCormack with number 9. Dan McCormack breaks and hits the ball down to Kieran Maher, a cousin of Kevin Maher, down to Jerry Kelly once more. Jerry brings up the ball near the sideline under the new stand. Facing his own 21, turns to his right hand side, and it doesn't go over again. Hard luck, Jerry. But anyway, that's Seamus Burkoff, cool crew. His famous 2 granduncles won 2 All-Irelands with Tipperary in 1906 and 1908. So the pedigree is rich and running through his veins. Puck out again by Cathal Hickey. Cathal Hickey from the Glen pucks the ball this time towards sideline, and it's come in field a bit, and it's been chased by Kieran Maher and Jerry Kelly, but it's the Moose again on the loose, and he strikes the ball off his left side. It's dropping inside. The goalie has it. The goalie for the Glen is studying himself. He's coming out towards the old stand side. The ball on the hurley, and he's now hitting a shot from his left side, dropping towards Sean McCormack. Sean McCormack catches the ball, and it's Tommy Foot, and they're all in, and Brendan Maher. But Brendan Maher was taken around by the shoulder there, but it's number 14 for Glen Rovers running at speed down the left side, and he passes the ball, but it's Hoggy doubles on the ball, and a goal there for Glen Rovers. The ball was put in, and Pat Horgan doubled on the ball, but I would think Brendan Maher was fouled here before that. Pat Horgan, without catching, hit the ball, and it gone in, and James McCormack could do nothing about it, leaving the match delicately poised now. 4 points to 1 goal for the Glen. Ball dropping now towards midfield, and it's Kevin Maher, young Kevin, number 13. Great game last Sunday as well. Now to Dan. Dan is running in at speed. Dan McCormack taking on the whole defence of Glen Rovers, passes the ball to JD, but Dan is down. I hope he's not hurt. Dan is down, but JD crosses the ball, and it's the Cork lads are starting to get a grip now in this game. Cork lads I noticed they're doing a short passing game. Number 10 for Cork, Dean Brosnan pucks down the field, and Hoggy again out front. Hoggy again, but being tacked by Liam Ryan Drifter, and Paddy Saint is keeping close. He has to, and it's Brendan Maher coming to him, and it's Liam Ryan the Drifter and nephew of the great Billy Adler, and it's a free out to Boris-Ileigh. This has been a good game in the opening minutes, very close. Some fine hurling. Boris-Ileigh settled very well. The Glen Rovers starting to come into it. Okay. brilliant flick away by Liam Ryan, and now we have Brendan Maher to take a free on his own half back line. Huggy is now seems to be out wing forward on Ray McCormack, or maybe it's only while the free has been taken. Okay, free taken and dropping towards Conor Kenny. Kieran Maher breaking onto it, and number 9 for Glen Rovers is coming out. No, and the ball being Glen Rovers down the sideline. Number 12, Dean Brosnan. Dean Brosnan plays a centre, squares the ball across centre field to number 10, Dean Brosnan. Dean Brosnan pucks a long ball, and now we have a level game. Now there's a great, even though it doesn't seem to be a huge crowd, but there's a great shouting, there's a great atmosphere. So the score is 4 points to 1-1, and puck out by James Sticks McCormack. James is nice and calm as always, just studying to see what he will do. Pucks a long ball down towards Moose again. Big Conor Kenny. And here's the Glen Rovers number 6, Moylan. Clears the ball, Brian Moylan, down towards Liam Ryan. And Liam Ryan running in the ball at number 12. And it's Dan McCormack. Dan McCormack, ever reliable Dan. Dan passes back to his colleague Brendan Maher. Brendan Maher clears the ball once more down towards Conor the Moose. Conor the Moose, and it's Kieran Maher. But the ball is now Sean McCormack. Broke to Sean McCormack, and he's been harassed by the Glen Rovers centre back, and he's after awarding a free to Glen Rovers. And I don't know, I thought, yes, I knew the ref has awarded a free to the Cork boys, and their man to take it. Let me see who's Usher. Need I think about it? It has to be Huggy. Huggy's coming out slowly here to the little bit beyond his own midfield towards the sideline, right beside his own dugout to take this free. Huggy, who got another All-Star this year. We all know of his exploits. Huggy with number 11 on his back. Okay, free to be taken by Pat Horgan, and there was another Pat Horgan from Glen Rovers in previous years as well. Number 11, Pat Horgan. Pat Horgan hits the ball, long ball, and is it over? No, the ball has gone wide for Patrick Horgan. Back with the play, puck out once more by James McCormack. Went right, and a perfect day for hurling. No breeze, cold, but no rain, no breeze. Perfect day for hurling. James McCormack now pucks back out in once again for JD or Conor Kenny, but in the path of Kevin Maher. And yes, the referees, after giving a free to Kevin Maher, he deemed that the Rovers defence pushed him on the back. So this free will be taken by young Kevin. 13 is the number on his back. Taking a drink from the great Tipperary water. And a drink of water, and he'll settle and take his time now, Kevin, out near the sideline and near the old stand side. A long free out, about 60 yards, I suppose. A long free. He strikes lovely. Yes, beautiful strike by young Kevin Maher. A great score by Kevin Maher. The score 5 points to 1-1. 1 point in favour of Borris. Puck out back with the goalie, Cathal Hickey. And we have 13 minutes gone in the clock. Good game, good competitive game. And far side, Cathal Hickey aims for it. Dropping between Ray McCormack and Brendan Maher again, but it's Cork number 8. Glen Rovers number 8 offloads back to number 3, and it's going towards Hoggy and Paddy Saint. Hoggy and Seamus Burke, they're all there, and it's Sean McCormack. And it's Paddy Saint. But it's Hoggy, the danger man again. Hoggy is getting in, but it's Seamus Burke and Sticks. But a great clearance by the Boris-Ileigh defence. Now it's Brendan Maher now coming away with the ball. Brendan Maher coming away with the ball down to the centre, down towards Niall Kenny. Niall Kenny bringing out, but Robert Downey has now picked up Niall Kenny. The crowd are shouting, Robert Downey fouled Niall Kenny on the back. But Borris have the ball near the sideline. Now the Borris crowd are incensed over what happened to Niall. And number 5, Robert Downey, has gone back to pick up Niall Kenny, who's on Conor Kenny. I'll come back to it. Okay, sideline to be taken once more by Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly. The fullback number 3 is on Conor Kenny. That's David Dooling. Okay, sideline near under the new stand. Just inside the 65. Taken by Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly dropping it. Glen Rovers fullback managed to get the ball, passes it out. And the Glen Rovers man is breaking down the field, coming up to the midfield line, being chased by Kieran Maher. Kieran Maher is harrying him. Kieran Maher is up on his back, and great defence by Kieran Maher. And it's Sean McCormack and his brother Ray helping out. And the ball near the sideline, pucked down, and a sideline ball. I would say to Borris, being supported by his jubilant manager there, Johnny Kelly, supporting him and encouraging him as always. Sideline now to be taken by Sean McCormack or maybe Brendan. Brendan Maher is going to take this. And Jerry Kelly and his man are exchanging pleasantries. And back with the sideline on near our own midfield, taken by Brendan Maher. Brendan O'Cullohill, who had a superb game last Sunday. Brendan pucks in the ball and towards Conor Kenny. Conor Kenny, no, very unlucky, nearly had it in the hand, but flicked away by his brother Niall. Niall has helped out his brother, and Niall is turning at pace and running at the Cork defence. He passes the ball to his brother, the Moose. The ball has been cleared by the defence, but it's young Kevin Maher breaking onto it. But Cork has ground hurled the ball out, and it's Brendan Maher. Brendan Maher, lovely little offload to his colleague Sean McCormack. Sean right hand side up the field towards Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly is coming near the sideline. Jerry Kelly has the ball, turns his man, and decides what to do. And Boris-Ileigh, after earning a free, the Cork number 7, Glen Rovers number 7, David Noonan is deemed to have fouled Jerry Kelly while Jerry was in possession. Once again, a free to be taken by young Kevin Maher. He's going to have a drink of water again, I'd say. Take one. Yes, what harm? Tipperary water is good for us all. Yes, take your drink. He is. Settle and take your time. Great start by Boris-Ileigh. And the score reads 5 points to 1-1 in this Munster semi-final. This is a journey we haven't done for 33 years, and what a jubilant year that was. Ended in joy on St. Patrick's Day. Anyway, back with the play. Kevin Maher is taking this free near the sideline. Kevin strikes the ball. And is it over? Very close. Yes, and the ball is over. And a great score by Kevin, son of John Joan Francis. Of course, there was hurling pedigree in the Whites too. Billy, I knew going to school, and there was Matty hurling the Borris teams of years ago. Right, puck out to be taken by Cathal Hickey, dropping towards Ray McCormack and another big man over there, but Ray bats the ball and it's near the sideline, and it's Moose. Moose picks up the ball, but it's a sideline ball to Glen Rovers. Glen Rovers take this sideline, and their number 8, David Cronin, will take this. Near the VIP section under the new stand. Where's Patrick Horgan? We have to keep an eye on him. A short one. He squared it to his midfield. Midfield for Glen Rovers, running him into the ball. Number 10, Brosnan, hits the ball off his right side. Dean Brosnan gets a score from that move, the short sideline, and he broke onto it, made room for himself, put it over the bar. So 1 point in favour of Boris-Ileigh, 6 points to 1-2, and 17 minutes gone. Come up, yes, and it's now Sticks McCormack, dropping it down towards Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly, and it's Tommy Foot, who was brilliant last Sunday and who saved the day for Borris. Now, ball broke in, and it's big Dan McCormack taken around by the neck. Referee awards out an advantage. Ball breaks to Conor Kenny once more. Conor Kenny strikes, and I think it's over. And Conor Kenny are playing superb. 3 points so far. Conor Kenny is having an ace game today. No bother to him. We've seen his form all the year. What a player. Now, Cathal Hickey once more with the puck out. But now dropping on half backline, and Sean McCormack, the inspirational captain, has cleared the ball in field, but it's Cork number 10. But now it's Cork number 7, Dolan clearing the ball down, and it's Cork, it drops down behind, he lets fly on the ground. Oh, pull first time. You don't see too much nowadays, but it's always dangerous. But the ball went wide. Number 13 for Liam Collin. I wonder is he a relation of the great Dennis Collin, who played with Cork and the mighty Glen in years gone by. Puck out once more by James McCormack, dropping towards JD Devaney, and they're up on his back, and it's number 8 again for Glen Rovers was David Cronin, who failed to connect to that ball, and the ball has gone over the sideline for a sideline cut to be taken by JD Devaney, number 15 on his back, and Tommy Foot and his man are exchanging on pleasantries, and the ball is dropping in towards big Niall Kenny, but it's Jerry Kelly who breaks onto it, and Jerry Kelly puts the ball over the bar. Jerry Kelly is continuing where he left off last week. What a player. Of course, the pedigree is rich too. And the ball back with the goalie, Cathal Hickey, and the score reads 8 points to 1-2 in favour of Boris-Ileigh at 19 minutes gone and 30 seconds. Puck out now, dropping towards midfield and dropping towards the half-back line where Brendan Maher is under it. Brendan Maher and number 12 break out near the sideline. Number 12, Brendan Maher flicks it away. Number 8 is thrown in for Glen Rovers. Back to number 7 is Dolan. Dolan, number 7, hits the ball in towards I'd say Hoggy. Hoggy's breaking onto the ball, but taken by his colleague number 13, but blocked down by Liam the Drifter. and it's Sean McCormack break, and Sean McCormack does enough to make a tackle, and it's Foxy Burke of Cool Crew. What a player of Kyle Crew. And towards Jerry Kelly up on the sideline. Jerry Kelly breaking on the sideline here. But it's young JD out in front, but JD, oh, hard luck. JD has pace to burn, we know, and JD ran up there to get onto that, but it just didn't work out for him that time. But not to worry, JD. Now, sideline ball to be taken on their own near half-back line for Cork number 2, Adam Lynch. Adam Lynch takes that ball and is caught inside, and he's breaking down the sideline. Number 9, our midfielder, is Adam O'Donovan, but Boris-Ileigh have worked tirelessly and have made a turnover, and the sideline once more to be taken by Brendan Maher, and his man is coming very near with him. Turn back at the last minute. Number 12 is David Cunningham. Okay, Brendan Wright near midfield, and a sideline ball, no bother to him. He's looking at his options. He sells a dummy, and it's Tommy Foote at number 9 exchanging, and along sideline aimed at Moose, and Moose is showing a deft first touch. No bother to Moose. Moose flicks it away, but it's the Glen Rovers boys are clearing the ball. Glen Rovers boys down towards, but it's Brendan Maher under it, and he bats fantastically and reads the play as it comes out, and it's Dan the man, and it's Ray McCormack, his brother, and Ray tried Trojan it, and it's Dan again coming out the ball, clears off his left side. Dan McCormack out towards Jerry Kelly on the far wing. Jerry Kelly breaks the tackle, and Jerry Kelly is trying to get up the ball, and if Jerry Kelly gets it up, and it's young JD out near the side, and he does the daft footwork that we all well know, but there was a foul on Jerry Kelly, we thought, because the Borris crowd are enraged, but it seems to be a sideline ball. It seems to be a sideline ball to Glen Rovers, but JD was nearly away from nearly the same spot last Sunday. Anyway, back, and a sideline been taken off over there at the old stand by number 7 from Glen. Down the sideline, but it's Brendan Maher breaking out to it. The ball is going over the sideline again, and a sideline ball once more for the great Brendan Maher. Brendan Maher is leading from the front there with playing fantastic hurling, and the ball has gone out right in the middle of the field, right in front of the VIP of the newsstand side. Brendan now will consider his options. Jerry Kelly is a target man inside. Kevin Maher is trying to break. And a great long ball by Brendan Maher, and towards Niall Kenny. Niall Kenny picks it up. Niall Kenny wouldn't marshal well, but Niall Kenny has the ball up. And Niall Kenny is on the run. Niall Kenny is, and just 3 men dragging out and pulling out, but Niall is on the run. And now the ref has given a free to Niall Kenny. And then the crowd are asking, they're raging, but I think he was charged, and the referee is fairly sure. So a free to be taken once more by Kevin Maher. And score after 22 minutes. Nearly 23, 8 points in favour of Boris-Ileigh, 1-2 to the Glen. 3 points swing for Boris-Ileigh. Now, a free to be taken this time, once more by Kevin Maher, and he'll take another drink of the Tipperary water. Study himself, no problem. He should put over this, Kevin. And Boris-Ileigh will be fairly happy the way they have settled. The game is good and competitive, as you'd expect. You're meeting the kingpins of your counties. And ball over the bar by Kevin Maher, and we are now 9 points to 1-2 in favour of Boris-Ileigh. Puck out once again by Cathal Hickey in the goals for Glen Rovers. Puck's at this time down towards Brendan Maher and number 12. Brendan up in the air, and it's Ray McCormack breaking onto it. Ray McCormack has it. A chop, a hard low pull on Ray McCormack. The referee had no hesitation to award a free to Boris-Ileigh, taken once more by Brendan Maher. Number 14 is Simon Kennefick, is moved out the field a bit. I know this fella's name is familiar too. We met him twice this year in the under 20 run. And what a great day here in Thurles, and an even better day down in Park Nagale. Anyway, back with the play. Brendan Maher near his own half back line. Brendan Maher will take this free and will aim it in towards probably Conor Kenny or Jerry Kelly again, or his brother Niall. And a long free dropping in the square, but it's the Cork full back. The ball is breaking out to Moose and to JD. JD with one hand turns. JD passes, he studies, he saw Jerry Kelly breaking, and Jerry Kelly is coming in but the backman has it this time. But it's Tommy Foote running onto it. Tommy Foote, and nephew of the great Conor Donovan. And Tommy gave a lovely offload out to his captain, Sean McCormack. Sean McCormack strikes left hand side, and is it over? Hard luck, Sean. But that Tommy Ryan Foote is a fine hurler, nephew of the great Conor Donovan, who won 2 All-Irelands with Tip, and a county final he did with Nina in 1995, a nephew of the great Conor Donovan. Right, back with the play, the puck out, Cathal Hickey aiming down towards Sean McCormack and Dean Brosnan, but Sean is winning the ball, but it's out comes Foxy from the corner, but it's linesman has given us a line ball to Glen Rovers. Foxy must have stepped out over the line. Line ball to be taken by number 10, Dean Brosnan. And Boris-Ileigh weren't vigilant because he passed the short one. They should have been after the last one. Passed the short in the midfield. And their number 12, Kito Hurler makes room. He shimmies. And the ball is wide. David Cunningham got the ball, shimmied, and went for the score. Boris-Ileigh had to be a little bit more vigilant as the sidelines are taken. Now the ball back once more as Conor Kenny. Oh, hard luck, Conor. He nearly controlled with one hand in the hurley. And watch for the quick sideline. Pick up your men. Johnny Kelly, get the instructions in to pick up their men. They'll have to be more vigilant on the sideline. Okay. Line ball to be taken by Glen Rovers. Green helmet, can't see the numbers. The numbers are not that clear on their backs either. Like number 3, is it? Number 3 off out there. Number 3, David Doolan. Anyway, the ball is up to Alice Liam Ryan Drifter and David the Great Adler and son of Paul. Offloads the ball to Seamus Foxy Burke of Kyle Crew. Out comes Seamus Burke and unfazed by anything. And it's Dan up left hand side towards Niall Kenny. But out comes Robert Downey ahead of him this time. Now Robert Downey passes to the full back. Dooling, but the ball is breaking now. It's gone off down the field and falls into the welcome hands of Brendan Maher. Brendan Maher looks up and sees, tries to get Kieran Maher into play, but Kieran Maher is in play and Kieran Maher is doing well. Kieran Maher and it's Kevin Maher, and now it's Dan. The ball breaks onto Dan, and Dan is taken around by the neck and a free, and Dan punches the air once more as Dan does. Dan is a player full of passion. Number 9 has been spoken to by the referee. We'll just see what happens. Number 9. No, sorry, not number 9. Yellow card to their number 7. Number 7 is David Noonan, has given a free to Borris as against a foul on Dan McCormick. Free again taken by this time by Brendan Maher from his own midfield. Brendan Maher a long free, but no problem to this guy. Brendan now studies, calms himself as always, looks up at the post, bends, and here comes Brendan. Lifts, strikes down the throat of the Glen Rovers and over the bar once more for that great Brendan Maher. Another score for Boris-Ileigh, and the score reads 10 points to 1-2 in favour of Borris, and Borris will be very pleased how they've acquitted themselves here today. Well, of course, we're no strangers to the Munster final, Pat. We have been here before, but it's been a long time. Okay, Cahill Hickey out to his full back, David Dooling. Ball pucked in field, and there's Brendan Maher. Cooley controls the ball and passes it back to his corner back. Drifter Ryan, Liam Drifter offloads to Sean McCormick. Sean McCormick up the right hand side towards Niall Kelly. Niall Kelly coming out at speed, being marshalled by Robert Downey. The ball, but Niall turns his man. Niall has the ball. Niall has the ball near the sideline. Hard to see what's happening, but he's bundled over the sideline. And Boris-Ileigh, no, we thought we had the sideline. Niall is appealing. That he was pushed and bundled, but the linesman gives a line ball to be taken by big tall Robert Downey on near his own half back line under the newsstand right under Midland Steel advertising. Okay, line ball gone infield towards Ray McCormick, and there's Hoggy hogging around midfield this time now, trying to pick up a break or two. Hoggy pucks the ball off his left side, and it's Seamus Burke did very well there away. He shielded out the man. His strength, of course, we all know his strength. But interesting the way Hoggy is trying to come out and trying to bring out Paddy Stapleton. Glen Rovers have realised that Hoggy's not getting a lot in there, but Paddy will stick to him, as we know. Ball is poked out once more, dropping towards the Moose. Conor Kenny again puts up the hand. Ball is broken side, and it's Cronin, the Glen Rovers. Number 8, he's gone back into a deeper role, and Paddy Stapleton comes out with the ball, but it's Hoggy picks up the break. Now an accidental hit to the head by Hoggy. Accidental. Now the ref is having a word with somebody, but there was no intent there, ref. He's having a word with Tommy Ryan. There was no intent. Completely accidental. There's no card. He just had a word with him because the ref, level-minded man that he is, saw that it was an accident. Hoggy is getting attention. Hoggy, every time the ball comes near Hoggy, we do flutter. We do know we're aware of this guy for the last 10, 11 years on the Cork Seniors. Brilliant hurler he is, we know that. Now, interested in the game, and the game goes on nearly half time, 29 minutes 31 seconds. Johnny Kelly is going in there to have a word with Niall Kenny or Kevin Maher, and he's pointing to him where he'd like him to position. Johnny very vigilant, of course. Johnny has one county final now with Borris, Coolderry, North finals with Kildangan. He's won county final with his native Portumna and a Club All-Ireland. This is now new ground for Johnny. I mean, he won it with a Leinster campaign with Portumna. They went on to be club champions, but now he's doing it with Boris-Ileigh of Tip and Munster. Now the ball's going down to centre, free to be taken by Hoggy. Hoggy recovered there and took his free. So the score reads now 10 points to 1-3, 4 points in favour of Boris-Ileigh, and James sticks McCormack once more. Is he going to go short? The lads are breaking short, but I don't think so. He's doing a little jink because he's trying to get his guys into position. And it's big Conor Kenny again, and Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly and Conor Kenny have been going very well. But it's number 8, Cronin for the Glen. But it's now number 2 breaking down past midfield for Glen Rovers, but being well robbed, and the ball taken off his hurl by JD Devaney. And Kieran Maher back to Brendan Maher. And Brendan Maher breaking lovely, offloads to Tommy Ryanfoot. Tommy offloads to Conor the Moose. Conor the Moose is going for a long one because his form is good, and I'd say he scored it. That's hard luck, Conor Kenny. It was very close. Very close. That was a great pass and movement by 4 Boris-Ileigh players. And you puck out, fast one taken by 3 out to the full back line, Glen Rovers. Ball pucked down the sideline, and it's Paddy Stapleton breaking out to it. Paddy Stapleton, but number 13 has it. Number 13 strikes left, and it's gone wide, and very wide. And great. Ball has gone wide. Puck out taken by James Sticks. James McCormack from Gortini, one of 4 brothers on this team today. James McCormack in the goals, and he's studying his options. At the time, you're gone into 1 minute and 23 seconds into stoppage time. There are free calls for half time, and Boris-Ileigh will be quite pleased with their performances here today. On the scoreline, Boris-Ileigh 10 points, Glen Rovers 1-3. Where's Paddy? Hoggy. Hoggy's going out centre forward on Brendan Maher, and Brendan Maher breaks down the ball. And it's a bundle in the second, and it's JD Devaney. JD Devaney, one hand, scoops ball. JD Devaney is getting away. Look at the pace of JD, and off he goes. JD is coming in at pace. The great JD. I want to go, JD Devaney. You lit up the stadium. You've done it again. 2 Sundays in a row. What a goal. Your pace, sublime. You ran at speed, turned to your left hand side, and finished brilliantly. What a guy is JD Devaney. A grandson of, once more, the great Liam. And Liam, you're smiling down today. A holder of 5 All-Irelands and 8 Oireachtas, 8 National Leagues. The ball dropping back with the play. And it's Sean McCormack up into the sky. Sean McCormack and his brother Dan. Dan near the sideline. Dan is coming away with the ball. Dan McCormack gets the ball up near the sideline, passes back to his brother Sean. Sean coming down, breaks the tackle. Sean, a free. Sean, yes. The Rovers number 8 fouled Sean McCormack. Number 8 was David Cronin. Free now, and Brendan Maher is coming out to take this. Boris-Ileigh now had a great goal to start of the second half. 1-10 to 1-3 against the mighty Glen. Brendan Maher near his own half-back line. And JD's pace there was something else to behold. Talking about Ronaldo or Messi. Now, Brendan Maher on his own half-back line. Brendan Maher strikes, long ball. And it's dropping towards the square where Big Niall Kenny is under and the Glen defence. But it's young Kevin Maher. Young Kevin Maher offloads, catches the ball and passes to Jerry Kelly once more. Another great score for Jerry Kelly. What brilliance by young Kevin Maher. To have the presence of mind to spot Jerry Kelly. Presence of mind at 18 years of age to pass a ball to Jerry Kelly, who finished brilliantly. Puck out once more by Carl Hickey. He takes a short run to number 7. Number 7 is David Noonan. Ball dropping anyways up near our back line in, and it's Drifter breaking onto the ball, and it's Ray McCormack coming out near the side and down the old stand. Pass a lovely ball to Moose. Conor Kenny, Moose on the loose once more. Moose pucks the ball down towards Kieran Maher. Kieran Maher, son of Seamus Maher. First cousin of Kevin Maher, and it's Tommy Ryan. Tommy Ryan down the field. Number 6 breaking onto it is Mylan from Glen Rovers. Being chased by Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly won't give up. Jerry Kelly is hounding and harassing him, and that's tremendous play by Jerry Kelly. Back to the goalie. The goalie comes out with the ball, pucks a ball towards midfield, dropping towards Conor Kenny again, and Ray McCormack. But it's the ever vigilant Brendan Maher picks up the breaks. Brendan Maher out towards the sideline under the new stand. Brendan Maher hits the ball down the sideline and down towards JD. Sideline ball to be taken by Glen Rovers men. Glen Rovers, and the score reads 1-11 to 1-3. That's an 8 points lead for Boris-Ileigh. Boris-Ileigh are going very well. Now puck out, sideline middle of the field by Glen Rovers men. But Conor Kenny takes up the break, but it's back in the hands of Glen Rovers men, and the ball is poked into, but coming on to his Liam the Drifter Ryan, and Neville the Billy the Adler. And here comes Liam out the sideline down towards Kieran Maher. Kieran Maher, son of Seamus and Teresa. Managed to keep in the ball back to Liam Ryan Drifter. Liam Ryan Drifter passes a short pass to Dan McCormick. Dan McCormick, let's go, a long ball down towards Niall Kenny and Kevin Maher. The ball breaks inside as young Kevin Maher nearly bring it down. The control was something else, but Kieran Maher's breaking onto the ball. Kieran Maher's coming to the side, being bundled out by two Glen Rovers lads. And it's Robert Downey. Robert Downey pokes a ball left hand side towards the new stand side, dropping towards Ray McCormick. And it's Seamus Burke, Foxy Burke. Foxy Burke comes in and passes back to Conor Kenny, who's playing a very deep role in the second half. Ball pokes up towards Niall Kenny. Niall Kenny out towards the new stand side. The ball is broken onto the Glen Rovers man. But it's young JD Devaney hovering as always, and it's Jerry Kelly. Jerry Kelly and Niall Kenny, they're all there. But it's young JD again out to the sideline. JD picks up the ball. JD Devaney, and the excitement he brings here is something else. 65. The ball was deflected by the Glen Rovers men, and from JD sticks, so it's a 65 being given to Boris-Ileigh, being taken by, once again, Brendan Maher. And many minutes we've gone 5 minutes into the second half.
And Brendan Maher, All-Star, is looking to point this one here. Another good chance for Brendan.
Brendan Maher will take this free from his own, deep near his own midfield. Brendan will take his time, of course. Calmness personified. Cleans his hurley. Comes up now. Has a good look at the ball, then looks at the post. Brendan now bends. He lifts. Brendan lifts. Now strikes. Down the throat once more. And this time, unfortunately, went left and wide. Puck out once more, be taken by Cathal Hickey of Glen Rovers. Okay, where is Huggy? Huggy is around on Dan McCormick now. Now the ball is breaking out towards our half-back line, and Sean McCormick. Sean McCormick doing very well. Sean McCormick wins the breaking ball, but Sean McCormick won a breaking ball, I thought, but the line ball was given to Glen Rovers, and they are bringing on two subs. Number 28 is Mark Dooley is coming on, number 8, and the number 17 is Glen Kennefick. It must be a brother, yes, of Simon Kennefick with a name like that. Glen Kennefick's number 17, and number 28 is Mark Dooley has gone on. And off is coming number 13. Conor Doris is, or 14. Simon Kennefick is after coming off. And another one has to come off too. Let me see who else is the other sub. Maybe he has come off. I didn't see. Oh, he's coming now. He was very disjointed looking, very disappointed looking, but sure, why wouldn't he? It's not easy. He's walking towards his sideline, dejected looking, and he's walking very slowly. And now a sideline ball to be taken by Sean McCormick. And what number has gone off for the Glen Rovers? Okay, number 5 Sean McCormick. Cuts up the ball, number 5 Sean McCormick, and it's Brendan Maher now gone up towards upfield. And it was number 13 is right. Number 13, Conor Doris, has gone off. Okay, back with the play, a sideline, or is it 65 once more to be for Borris from an acute angle this time. The ball went out off Brendan Maher's man deflected it, and it's a 65 from near our own dugout. Borris managed him there. Looking at him there, we must be quite pleased so far, but we have to keep it up, and we must keep up the work rate. There's nothing won yet, and the clock says 36 minutes gone. Now, Brendan is coming out now. Brendan has the ball, and he's been instructed by the sideline official where to place the ball. It's about 10 yards in from the sideline, near centre field, right under the old stand. Brendan again, the customary, drives the hurl. Takes his time, will have a look, and have a look again. Now he bends. Brendan is taking his time. Brendan lifts, strikes a long ball, and is it over? Is it good? And a great score, Brendan Maher, from way out near your own midfield. A great score, and Boris-Ileigh have taken a firm grip of this game, 112 to 1-3, and just keep up the work rate, keep it up. And here we go now, and the ball is dropping towards Ray McCormick, and Ray McCormick wins the ball, but it's Glen Rovers number 10 is bundled out over the sideline to a tremendous back play by Boris-Ileigh. Tremendous back play, and then to get to the sideline, they're up for this game. And a lot question, would we be up? But when you wake an old giant, you watch the consequences, and that's what we are. Now Brendan once more, sideline ball here. right under the newsstand. Centre of the field, moves the flag to get a better shot. And a long, high, brilliant, high sideline ball dropping towards Jerry Kelly. And it's the ever-vigilant JD. JD turning left, right, and studies himself. And he flicks a ball up his right side. And JD, and hard look. But every time JD goes near the ball, you can sense excitement. Something that the great Nicky English was able to do. And also Owen Kelly. This augurs well for the future for this young guy. Puck out, be taken by Cahill Hickey. Now, ball dropping towards Sean McCormack. And it's number 3 off up the field for Glen Rovers. Well, breaking towards Patrick Horgan, but it's Drifter from Fantan. And a great pass and movement from Sean McCormack to Dan McCormack. Dan and Speed going down the centre field. Dan after crossing the half-back line, and he's still going towards his own half-hour line, running down towards the sideline, near in front of the new stand. And he's coming in across field now. Dan is after making some run, and he's after taking around by the neck. But the ref overlooked it. But he was impeded around by the neck. But the ball has been cleared by the work from one to the other by Glen Rovers backs, and once more it's dropping towards Conor Kenny. And Conor Kenny is out around as an auxiliary midfielder. Passes the ball infield towards Jerry Kelly. And Jerry Kelly, but it's the backman for Glen Rovers, is after dodging tackles, what would be tackles. Now Glen Rovers on attack forward, and it's dropping towards Paddy Saint. And Paddy Saint is being hassled and hounded, but Paddy will not give up. And it's Drifter, and it's Liam Ryan the Drifter. Liam Ryan Drifter coming out with the ball, and he sidesteps and leaves them all gasping in his wake. And he passes it to Conor Kenny. Conor Kenny, why are you playing back so deep? But maybe it's tactics. Ball dropping towards Jerry Kelly. And now it's young Kevin Maher. Kevin Maher running down the sideline under the old stand, and Kevin Maher strikes a brilliant point. Kevin Maher, what a score, Kevin Maher. Kevin Maher and the Boris-Ileigh crowd respond to you. Kevin Maher, what a score. Of course, we already talked last week about the vein of DNA running through you. We're connected to the great Owen Kelly. Now, here we go again. Goalie pucks out, and he picks a short one to his own half-back, but chased by JD. But out around the half-back line, the Glen Rovers pass it to number 8. Number 8 up the sideline, up to a corner forward who's near Seamus Burke. And the ball has gone over the bar, and a point for Glen Rovers, their first point in a long time. And who was that got that point? Number 17, which was the sub. Number 17 was Glenn Kennefick. Okay, back with the puck out. James sticks McCormack, takes a long puck out. Conor Kenny's back in his own half forward line again. Up with the hand, and he catches it. It's unlucky, it drops out of his hand. Cronin for the Glen. Cronin goes around in circles, but the Boris-Ileigh backs are hounding. And here's Kieran Maher, and Kieran Maher robs his man, but they regrouped. Ball cleared by Glen Rovers and drop it under Brendan Maher and Hoggy. 2 household names at this stage, Brendan Maher and Hoggy. And it's Seamus Burke, and out to Dan McCormack. Dan near the sideline here under the old stand, passing through his own dugout now, offloads to his brother Sean. Sean has the ball, and Sean sidestep. Sean hits a low ball down, but it's the Glen Rovers backs are breaking onto the ball. Glen Rovers backs clear the ball down towards centre field, towards Ray McCormack, but the ball is coming into the pattern once more. Liam Drifter Ryan is having a superb game. Liam Ryan down to Jerry Kelly near midfield. Jerry Kelly passes a very aware, a very astute ball, but Conor Kenny is showing calmness and coolness. And now brings JD into the game, and it's JD. Again, the pace is lighting up Semple Stadium like never before, and the man is on a run. Here comes JD coming into the end line, and JD is coming through, and he sidesteps more. And JD, hard look. Oh, JD, you made space. You showed your speed, your skill, everything about you is wonderful. And it's the great Brendan Maher again under the ball, and he has the ball and he falls back, but he has it, but it's gone back now in the break of Pat Hoggy Horgan, and Seamus Burke will have to be vigilant when here comes Hoggy, but Seamus Burke is vigilant. Okay, a free awarded to Pat Horgan, but some tremendous defence by Boris-Ileigh there. Boris-Ileigh at times maybe are over elaborating before that up into forwards. Of course, confidence is going well now, because after last Sunday the monkey could be off the back. Who knows? Right, free to be taken by Pat Horgan, and the score reads 113 to 1-4, and you're gone to 42 minutes. 18 minutes left in this match. Pat Horgan now, the ref is telling him to come out a little. It's on the edge of the D, on his own half forward line. Now he's looking around. He's probably knowing him. He's probably considering a goal. What will he do? Will he go hard, low? Will he pass? He's looking around. He's doing a lot of looking. He's wondering now. What should he do? He went for a goal, and he got it. Hoggy again is after scoring a goal. Jesus, 5 in the goals, and Pat Horgan is after putting it away. we'll have to be now we'll just have to up the work rate because we're going very well. But there's attention being given to Paddy Stapleton. Attention being given to Paddy Stapleton has got injured on the edge of the square, but score 113 to 2-4 in favour of Boris-Ileigh. That's 16 points to 10. 6 points up, but we were up 9 points and we were coasting. And now Paddy Stapleton's back to his feet, puts on his helmet, being attended to by the physio, John Butler, and Dr. Kevin Delargy is running in as well just to check his Paddy okay. Okay, the vocals go up here now because after that goal, the decimal is going up a little, and the puck out to be taken by James McCormack. Down towards Conor Kenny again, dropping on our half-hour line, and Conor Kenny under. Conor Kenny trying his best. Conor Kenny breaks inside. Conor Kenny with one hand picks up the ball. Conor Kenny, and a fantastic strike. Conor Kenny and over the bar, and that's the best response. That is the best response after their goal. What? Conor Kenny's having a superb game today. 4 if not 5 points. I'd like to see Conor back in the half-hour line again because that's where he is. That's where he does most of his damage. Puck out, Cahill Hickey. Now down, he takes a short one to his full back this time, which is Robert Downey. Robert Downey then strikes a long ball, dropping down towards Brendan Maher and Seamus Burke. Seamus Burke holding out the man, but the ref is after saying that Seamus Burke is after fouling number 17, who is the sub, and number 17 is Glen Kennefick. Now free again to be taken by Hoggy. We'll just have to watch the discipline because Hoggy won't miss, as we well know, as they tell you down in Cork, Hoggy don't miss by. And here comes Patrick Horgan. Free on his own between the D and the half-back line. He lifts it, and it's another point for Hoggy. And the score reads 114 to 2-5 in favour of Boris-Ileigh. That's 17 points to 11. We're 6 points up, but we have to keep up the work rate because with a player like Patrick Horgan, it can change in a twinkling. Okay, ball dropped again, aimed in once more at Conor Kenny. Conor Kenny up again, and Conor Kenny is playing very well. But the ball has broke to Cronin for Glen Rovers, and then Rovers are going out down the field, but been followed all the way by JD, and Dan McCormack wins the ball, turns the man. Dan McCormack coming across the field, pucks a ball down towards Niall Kenny, and the man is taken. There should be a free. The Borris crowd are roaring. Niall Kenny was taken around with the neck. Now, but it's Kevin Maher who offloads to Niall Kenny. Niall Kenny again, and they're chasing everything, harrying, and they won't. Thou shall not pass, says young Kevin Maher. But out comes, and Kevin Maher is trying tooth and nail as it's the Glen number 2, been harried by the Moose. But it's cleared by the Glen number 3, dropping towards Ray McCormack and the sub for the Glen Rovers, and a sideline ball to be taken by Glen Rover. Boris-Ileigh will have to be aware. Will have to be very, very aware, very, very alert to everything. Because I'm keeping an eye on Hoggy, I wouldn't take my eyes off him. Now, a sub has gone inside Seamus Burke for Glen Rovers, but Seamus will hound, and Brendan Maher has once more, but a free has been given to Glen Rovers, and the Glen Rovers team, they're geeing up each other. That sub from Glen Rovers is getting a few breaks, but we'll keep on to him. The score reads 114 to 2-5 in favour of Boris-Ileigh. That's 17 points to 11. Now this is a free once more to be taken by Hoggy. Pat Horgan. Free now on his own 21 line, just near the edge of the D. Oh, it's Hoggy. Hoggy will take the point here, I'm sure. Who knows? And he went for another goal. Hoggy went for another goal. Could you credit him? This guy has a serious belt of a ball. And they're after getting the 65 from the blocked attempt by the Boris-Ileigh defence, and a sideline to be taken by Hoggy. The way Hoggy is going, he'll probably drop in this because he seems to be going for goal the whole time, even though there's 13 minutes left with the clock plus stoppage. On we go now, and it's Hoggy down to the centre, and it's over the bar for Pat Horgan, giving it 2-6 to 114. And Glen Rovers are making another change. Number 26 is coming on. Number 26 is Evan Murphy coming on. Evan Murphy and the Cork crowd are shouting now. Is there 5 points in it? And a sub, number 26 has gone in on Drifter. Drifter has, after having a great game. Okay, puck out to be taken by James Sticks. James Sticks McCormack, and there's 5 points in it. For 17 points to 12. 5 points in it now. Ball dropping towards Moose. Moose is over on this wing now at his own Borris side, at his own dugout side. And it's Kieran Maher, but number 10 for Glen Rovers is now breaking, and number 8 Cronin for Glen Rovers been bundled and attacked by by Jerry Kelly and Moose. They're all in and there's a ruck, but it's coming out with Glen Rovers. Glen Rovers, number 10. Number 10 passes a short ball to Mylan, number 6, up towards Liam Ryan and the new sub. But Liam Ryan tries to catch the ball, but it's ever vigilant Brendan Maher. Brendan Maher coming out towards being chased by Patrick Horgan. But Brendan gets a great relief clearance to Sean McCom, who drives a long ball down towards Niall Kenny. Niall Kenny being marshalled and being pushed and shoved, I'd say, but the ball is breaking towards Niall. Niall was pulled over and still no free. Referee. And Kevin Maher is trying everything in the corner. Being helped by Niall Kenny. Kind of a ruck in the corner right on the end line at the Killiney end, and the ball has gone out for 65 for Borris. 65 for Borris. We taken once more by Brendan Maher. And the score reads 114 to 2-6. There's 17 points to 12. With 49 minutes nearly gone, 11 minutes to go. Glen Rovers have come up a gear. They have stepped up a gear. It scores a couple of subs, and the goal gave them a huge fillip. Okay, back with the play, and Brendan Maher is going to take a 65. Nearly 65, near enough to the sideline. Brendan again tries the hurley and steps up to the ball. I see Kieran Maher near him on number 7. Number 7 is David Noonan. And now a sideline, 65 taken by Brendan Maher. And it's gone right and wide. Hard luck, Brendan. Okay, now the Glen Rovers crowd are getting behind their team. Now it's the goalie, Cathal Hickey, looking at what his options are. Looking all around him. Okay, now the ball has been poked out towards the other half forward, and it's breaking inside by Glen Rovers. Number 3 for Glen Rovers pokes the ball, aims of course. And it's Dan McCormack once more, shown tremendous. And there's a great clearance, Dan McCormack. Down towards big Niall Kenny. Big Niall Kenny puts up the hand. Niall Kenny out there the wing. And once again, he's been bundled off the ball, and the Boris-Ileigh crowd are enraged. What do we have to do to get it free? And it's Liam the Drifter. But it's sideline ball to Borris. John Kenny's having a word with Niall Kenny. Yes, Johnny Kelly's having a word with Niall Kenny, I suppose. We're now in the melting pot. We're going very well with 10 minutes to go. Sideline ball under the new stand on our own half back line, taken by Sean McCormack. Sean McCormack pokes a long ball up the sideline, up towards Niall Kenny and his brother Connor there. And it went off Connor, and it's a sideline to Glen Rovers. Now just pick up every one of them. Concentration now will be vital in the last 10 minutes. Concentration and work rate will be vital. The ball comes off over the field, and it's Brendan Maher running out. Brendan Maher at speed. Brendan Maher flicks, and brilliant Brendan Maher. Brendan Maher, and he flicks the ball to ever vigilant JD, and JD breaking inside. JD with speed. JD gone again. JD, and the pace of JD is superb. And inside his buddy and Kevin Maher, but the goalie for Glen Rovers, Cathal Hickey, manages to avert the danger. And it's Kieran Maher, but it's number 7 for, and blocked down by the great Brendan Maher. Now he's number 7 for Glen Rovers running, but Brendan Maher is chasing him. Number 28 for Glen. Number 28 for the Glen is trying to work his way inside. But now the ball, they got it inevitably to number 9. I've been attacked by Tommy Foot, and it's number 6 Mylan for Glen Rovers, and does he score? And the score for Glen Rovers, bringing it down to 4 points. Now the Cork crowd are roar. Now there's 4 points now in it, and Boris-Ileigh will just have to concentrate. There's the time, 52 minutes gone, 8 minutes to go. Boris-Ileigh are probably considering a change. The backroom team are having a chat. Okay, 4 points in it, 114 to 2-7. And the referee is having a word with one of the Cork lads, and Liam Ryan. Maybe something that was said. A yellow card given to the 2 players there, Liam Ryan and the Cork sub, Glen Rovers sub. Now, Glen Rovers bring on another fellow, number 21, and they're shoving in a big giant of man, number 28, into the full forward line in top of Paddy Saint. Number 28 comes in on top of Paddy. Number 28 is... Okay, number 28 has gone in on top of Paddy. Number 21 is on for Cork. Number 21, James McConnell. What's the crowd are shouting? Liam Ryan and there's something happened there between There's some 2 players involved, but the crowd are shouting anywhere back into play. And it's Jerry Kelly, but now the Glen Rovers boys are bringing out the ball. Glen Rovers boys are clearing the ball. This match is getting tense. The ball has been cleared out and it's fallen towards that big number 28, and he tries to catch, and he has it in possession. And he gets it to Pat Harkey, and Pat Harkey sidestepping. And now it's number 28 again, but it's Ray McCormack and Kieran Maher. But a free have been awarded again to Glen Rovers. And number 28. Gossoon, number 28 is Mark Dooley has gone in on Paddy Stapleton. Now a free once more taken by Pat Horgan, 17 points to 13. 17 points to 13, 4 points up, and now this will make a 3-point game. 3-point game now. And not long ago, Boris-Ileigh were up 9 points, but all we need is keep the head. And for some of our players, Niall, Connor, Devaney, or somebody will get a score. Jerry Kelly, somebody. We need you now. On comes the puck out back with James McCormack and 3 points in it. The ball pucked down towards Tommy Foot, and the Cork number 9 puts up his hand. Number 9 is Adam O'Donovan, and he runs in, and the Cork number 9 is running at pace, being chased all the way by JD, and JD hooks in, and fantastic support play by JD Devaney. That's tremendous support play by JD Devaney. He ran the whole length of the field, and it's now Ray McCormack put up the side, and Ray McCormack is taken out by the neck, and JD, you harried and hunted and covered the field there to hook your man. What speed and what courage and what brilliance you showed. That was a vital interception by JD. Now, the ref is calling. We have a sub going on. We have Jack Hogan going on, number 18. Number 18, Jack Hogan is on for Tommy Foot. Tommy seems to be tired. Tommy's run himself to a standstill once more. And Jack Hogan has gone on midfield. Jack Hogan, the grandson of the great Paddy Delaney, who won a county final way back at Borris in the goals. And Paddy Delaney was an uncle of the great Noel Dwyer and Tommy Dwyer. Anyway, it's Jerry Kelly, and it's Niall Kenny. Oh, we're close to a goal there. And have we got, and we're trying one. Oh, just scoop it in. And have we, no, there's a ruck. We were so close. The ref's going to throw it in. We were so close to a goal. And the clock says 55 minutes. Okay, so the ref is going to throw in the ball right out to the edge of the D, and Borris were very close. Had 2 or 3 chances there to seal it out, but the ball is Jerry Kelly hits the ball, but it's the Rovers defence. Number 4 coming out to the corner, being chased by Jack Hogan. Jack Hogan blocks him down, and number 21 is the mighty Glen, and out comes number 7 from Glen Rover, and the ball dropped between Hoggy and Brendan Maher. But Brendan Maher brilliantly brings it out of the sky, as he's done all through his career. What a brilliant hurler is Brendan Maher. And he clears the ball down. And Niall Kenny hound him, Niall. And Niall will flick the ball and keep him there in the corners. The clock says 56 minutes gone. And it's Cork full back, pucks the ball up the field towards Seamus Burke. And Jack Hogan has speed. Jack Hogan picks up the ball in one hand, comes down the field, passes the ball to his colleague Kieran Maher. Sharp pass down to his cousin Kevin Maher. Kevin does a lovely shimmy and a side step. Kevin Maher is running in field down under the new stand. He comes centre, and a great ball, Kevin Maher, and a great score, Kevin Maher. What a score! What a well-worked score from Jack Hogan to Kieran Maher to Kevin Maher. And Jack Hogan, and on the other side of his family, his grandmother is Nora Harty, whose father Paddy Harty captained Tipperary to a Junior All-Ireland way back as well. Now it's Foxy Burke, and it's Ray McCormack, and they'll fight tooth and nail, and look at that for a side step from Ray McCormack to Kieran Maher. Kieran Maher offloads to the far side of the field. He has a lovely shot over to the Moose. The Moose puts up the hand and Nonchally catches the ball, and he will strike this. And that's a wonderful score from the great Conor Kenny. And Boris-Ileigh are showing brilliant stuff here today. And the score reads 18 points, 116, which is 19 points to 14. And we're going great. And the ball dropping once more towards Sean McCormack. And Sean McCormack puts up the hand, but it's Jack Hogan who's after adding a new impetus to this team since he came on. And cleared back to Dan McCormack. And the ball dropping again towards Conor Kenny. The Moose broke inside, and the chance it might come in. And there has the Moose again, Conor Kenny. But it's young Kevin Maher, and it's the Moose on the loose again. The Moose again scoring. Maybe had another point today, has he? Hard look, Conor Kenny, you're after having a brilliant game, and what a great pass again from Kevin Maher. But Niall Kenny is down injured. Referee, Niall Kenny is down injured. Something untoward went on. Now, meanwhile, they're back with the play. The ball is dropping, and it's Sean McCormack of Gortini. Pucks the ball right when it's dropping towards Robert Downey, And the Moose catches the ball out of the sky like his forefathers did years ago. And young JD hits it in, and it's the goalie, Carl Hickey. A long ball, Carl Hickey dropping towards Sean McCormick. John McCormick and number 10 Downey, and the ball breaks inside, and it's the ever-vigilant Brendan Maher covering like a giant, but the ball is after coming off at number 21. Number 21 is breaking into the ball. Number 21 is going at the Rovers, and then heroic defence, and then Rovers after missing 2 chances, and the Boris-Ileigh defence, and the clearance from Dan McCormick. He drove it all the way to Cortini, and the ball dropping towards Moose again. Moose is having an inspirational game here today. Moose is having some game and being chased by what work rate by young JD Devaney. What work rate by JD Devaney. The clock says 58 minutes 29 seconds. The referee is having a word. He's after giving a few yards to. You have to give a free to Glen Rovers, and then he's after giving a few yards for something that was said. Watch the backs and watch Hoggy. Watch everybody. The ball dropping on our towards our full back line, but it's ever vigilant Sean McCormick, and he drives the ball without catching it. And towards young Kevin Maher of Knockanur. And look at the brilliance of Kevin, and look at the first touch. Brilliant hurling, Kevin Maher, to your first cousin. Towards Niall Kenny, and it's Jerry Kelly breaking onto the ball. Jerry Kelly breaking on, and as the Glen Rovers defence breaking onto the ball. Cronin from Glen Rovers hits a high, probing, hoping ball, and there's a row going on in the full back line. We'll come back. There's a bit of argy-bargy. There's a bit of argy-bargy going on, but back with the play. Watch the play, and the Glen Rovers has break in for a ball. No, Jesus, what heroics. Oh, my heart. We thought it was in. This has turned out to be a fabulous game of hurling. Now we have JD down the sideline. JD will push and try and he's best. Now the ball breaking towards Hoggy and Brendan Maher, and up goes Brendan once more. The ball is breaking inside number 21 for Cork. Number 21 for Glen Rovers. Number 10, the sub. Now it's young Jack Hogan. Jack Hogan has speed, and he is a tremendous player today here. He is playing very, very well, and he runs. The ref has been hard on him. He said he overcarried the ball. Now we're down to many minutes left, and Sticks is after bringing the ball off the line again. James McCormick made a last-second save. A last gap save, but James McCormick has been brilliant in this campaign. Now, we're sub on the Borris team. Number 11 is Niall Kenny, is going off to be replaced by Kieran Cohn. Kieran Cohn is son of the late, great Mick Cohn. Mick, and a former Tipperary hurler and a brilliant Boris-Ileigh hurler down through the years. Mick was on that team that won that Club All-Ireland in 1986, 33 years ago. Anyway, back in the play, 65. No, the ref is telling him to take 65 again. And Borris have been living on edge here. Balls have been probing around the goals, but they've been keeping them out. Thanks be to God. And we're gone into injury time. 40 seconds gone in. And I'm not sure. I couldn't see what time was given. A sub for who? Sub for Boris-Ileigh. Paddy Stapen seems to be injured. Jody Harkins, number 17, is going on. Jody Harkins, whose father Joe Harkins was on the team of 86 as well. Now number 3 is gone. Paddy Stapleton, he looks kind of lame, and he'll be some loss to Borris. Paddy had some game, and to hear the crowd, to hear the appreciation he's getting from the crowd. A brilliant hurler is our Paddy. Now Jody Harkins has gone on. See, can he emulate what his father did in 1986? Joe Harkins by the same name. Anyway, puck 65 dropped in by Glen Rovers, and what can happen here? It's a goal. It's a goal by number 28 for Glen Rovers. Number 28, Mark Dooley, is after flicking the 65 to the net. Now the game is in the melting spot. 19 points to 17. 2 points up in Boris-Ileigh. Boris-Ileigh will, hopefully they'll take the initiative again. They have been doing that. And Paddy Stapen, will he be a huge loss? And full back now is Sean McCormick. Boris-Ileigh have to rearrange him. Now we need Moose, and Moose catches the ball when Moose says, "Our need, come at the hour, come at the man." And he's brilliant, Moose. Over to this far side, and it's Jerry Kelly breaking onto that, and the Cork goalie. The Glen Rovers goalie is breaking out the ball, and he's chased by Kieran Cohn. The Glen Rovers number 7 is coming away down the sideline, being chased and harried by JD Devaney. And he pucks the ball up Glen Rovers, and it's Dan McCormick breaking that speed. Dan McCormick being a Glen Rovers man on his back, but Dan McCormick shows guile and coolness and calmness and a great clearance. And we're gone 2 minutes 15 seconds into injury time towards Jerry Kelly in the corner. Jerry Kelly just win possession. Jerry Kelly's trying his best to break inside, and Jerry Kelly still has the ball. Jerry Kelly, and being helped by Kieran Cohn. And the ball is coming out again by Glen Rovers. Glen Rovers full back Robert Downey to number 4. Number 4 is Calvin Healy coming up the field for Glen Rovers, and the teams are exhausted. The ball is dropping towards Seamus Burke. but the ever vigilant, ever aware Brendan Maher picks up the pieces and drives the ball back downfield towards young Kevin Maher and Kieran Cohn. Big Kieran Cohn, big strong fella, passes the ball to Kevin Maher, who dodges and weaves and shows brilliant ability. The ball poked inside, and now we have Jerry Kelly, and Jerry Kelly puts it over the bar. And what a great score, Jerry Kelly. Boris-Ileigh are on the threshold of history once more. 3 points up in a Munster semi-final on a journey we are familiar with. It has been a long time, but it had been a fabled journey in the famous old club. And the ball is poked out again, and then the whistles from the Boris-Ileigh crowd dropping on Sean McCormick. But it's Dan again. Oh, and the Glen Rovers break inside. Just get the ball out at the crowd roar. Just get it out. And there's a ruck. But who has it? Who has it? It's Jody Harkness. It's Dan McCormick. But it's back in possession of Glen Rovers. Glen Rovers number 7 on the ground. No, it's who? It's Liam Ryan Drifter. Now they're passing the ball and a great block down. A match-saving interception by Liam Ryan Drifter. And back with the ball again. Back with this, and now we're near the end of it. 3 minutes gone into injury time. Sideline taken by the midfielder for Glen Rovers, dropping towards Sean McCormick in the air. But once again, it's Kieran Maher. Kieran Maher pokes the ball up the side, and it's all over. And Boris-Ileigh have made history once more. We have bet the famed Glen Rovers by 3 points. What a brilliant performance! Star players: Conor Kenny, JD, Brendan, Dan, Sean, Sticks in the goal. Jerry Kelly, Ray McCormick, Dan McCormick, young Jack Hogan, and this is unbelievable. To make the breakthrough after 3 years, and now stop the famed Glen Rovers club. And this is a journey we go along now. We go into a Munster final. We have been there 33 years ago, where we played Clare Castle and beat them that day from inspirational performance from the great Noel Dwyer. And